This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Welcome back to Nights of Horror Radio. We play only the smoothest music for you. I am Rob, here with Tony, and we're hoping you have a great evening, and we're going to talk some horror, some slasher, and some just terrifying news. So crank your headphones up and jump right in.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your screens. It is 8 o'clock, 8:05 p.m.
We're late.
Yeah, it is. Rob and I are doing this a little earlier than we usually do here
Just a little bit
on
Just
Nights
a
of
little
Horror
bit.
Radio. Welcome to the Twitch page of Nights of Horror. Oingo in the chat with the boo. Damn, Sammy comes back for one episode and you're booing him already?
Wow.
Dude, this show sucks, bro. I don't even know why I'm here.
Wow. Well, the ratings are about to spike because Sammy's on the show.
That's exactly
they,
it.
They might. They might. I did post about it.
He
And
did.
I only ever post if I'm on the show.
Speaking of, ratings spiking, you want a good example of that? I mean, the guy just wrote the damn History of the Nun video, and that thing is outperforming all of our videos this year. I think the last time a video was more than what it was when Rob, which a video was filmed by Rob, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did I
When
do?
Rob gave us the footage for the RIP tour of Halloween Horror Nights last year for the Terror Tram. Ever since then, we haven't capped nearly that much until Sammy's History of the Nun video that he wrote. So bravo,
Way to
gentlemen.
go, Sammy.
Bravo,
Way to
gentlemen.
go.
Ooh, that guy sucks.
That just clearly tells you that they're tired of the shit that I'm giving them, and I gotta rely on you for both of you for creative in the future. So you are now my creative,
Dude,
My idea.
everything
dude,
Wild card.
wild card.
dude. I'm let me tell you something. I'm gonna go off on a little tangent right now.
Going
Not
tangent.
Not even a tangent.
What are we
I'm
jumping
excited.
into? What are we jumping
Oh,
into?
no. I'm gonna just talk about how excited I am to use my new camera this season.
There it is.
Like
There we go.
I'm like
Crisp
I'm
footage this
so-
year on the Nights of
Yeah,
Horror.
like I'm so excited to see what this camera does. Like and just whoo.
Those freaking photos are gonna be crisp.
Woo!
Get
Okay,
out in here.
that low light's gonna be crisp.
Oh yeah, bro. Dude, the first day I got it, when I got my lens, I in this room I turned off all the lights. No lights.
No lights.
No lights. And obviously the video looked horrible. It was super noisy, but I could see. Like I could legit see. And I was just like, this is going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
This is going to be awesome.
All right, I already got dibs exploring attractions. I already got dibs this season. No, I'm just kidding. Rob is his own man. Rob goes and does whatever Rob wants to do. Rob's a huge help during haunt season. He already knows our deal every single year. Is if he goes to an event that I'm not going to, he will offer footage to film for me and send it over. So we have a really good arrangement and just a good friendship overall. Because most of the time sometimes we don't even film shit. We just go to haunts and have fun.
Dude, I
What is
like
our deal?
to call it a relationship. It's
Relationship.
a relationship
Yep.
at this point.
Yep. All right, we got a lot.
Wait,
Okay, hold on.
Wait. Pun intended. It's a real relationship.
Relationship. Real talk. Go watch Real Talk.
That's right.
We gotta film another one.
Real Talk?
Real
Dude.
Talk. Get Sammy on Real Talk.
Yeah, we'll get you on the
On the
Sammy.
fence is better though than real talk.
Real Talk is on the fence.
Just kidding.
You goober.
Just a movie.
You goofy goober.
I don't watch anyone's content. I don't do anything. I'm just here.
He doesn't. He watches the Pat McAfee show, and that's about it.
Yeah.
That is correct.
That is
I'm-
correct.
job.
I just want the record to show that I'm not watching the draft right now to be here. So
It's the
I
draft.
appreciate that, Sammy. I appreciate that.
Okay,
I
let's
appreciate
be
it.
honest right now. Okay, out of all those fucking players that are getting drafted right now, right?
okay.
About 10% of them will fucking be actually playing the game, and they won't even be playing a lot.
I'd say it's even
There's-
less.
It's even less.
Round one, all these guys are playing. We're on
Like
the
for
summer
like
run.
what? Like a few fucking plays though, just to get them their foot in the door, depending on how they do in training.
Yeah, I would say about 80% of them will probably see significant playing time. There'll be a couple that don't. That happens.
But like, look at for
Well, then
example,
love
people get hurt. So
Yeah.
I'll just throw this one out there. Look at Roman Reigns, bro. He was supposed to be this all-star fucking football player, and now he's the tribal chief and one
Hey.
of the longest reigning champions of all time.
Hey,
Throw up the one.
I will leave this if you don't put your ones up.
Well, everybody put a one up, so everyone agrees.
You were hesitant, Tony. You didn't acknowledge our tribal
yeah,
chief.
yeah, he didn't acknowledge real quick.
Because I'm a CM Punk guy. I've always been a CM
See?
Punk guy.
You
111,
suck, bro.
11111. Okay. I want to go sending some cryptic stuff in the chat, so
Oh, I'm scared. I
Alright,
don't have
that's
that.
You gotta decipher it.
decipher it. Now we got a 1, we got 2 ones, and now we got 4 ones. Oh, for Roman Reigns.
We the ones.
We got a lot to talk about today on Nights of Horror Radio. We got some haunt news. Obviously, a lot of construction is going down at Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to talk a little speculation on that. And then, of course, we're going to recap not every match at WrestleMania 41, but just overall WrestleMania 41, what we thought. I got something I want to say about that Night 2 main event. And then we're going to get into some horror news. I got some stuff lined up. Sammy and I were going through it. Sammy's like, we're going to talk about all this. I was like, probably not going to get through all of it. So we'll get through what we can.
I got a bedtime.
We're going to go for an hour and a half today. So,
Yo, I got a bedtime.
if it's Rob, Rob will stay up all night with me and we'll fucking be chatting away and shit. But, it's
Yeah.
okay. Sammy,
And then 2 hours
we
later
are
at the gym.
2 hours later at the gym, clanging and banging. He's doing it. Speaking of clanging and banging, speaking of the guy losing weight, Sammy, you looking good, buddy.
Yeah, my boy
you.
Sammy over there. We call him Sammy Slim.
Sammy Slim now.
Sammy
I don't know if he
Slim.
wants SS as his initials.
Mm.
Don't think he
Actually-
does.
Now that you said that,
Don't think you do.
definitely not.
All right. Let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Now, a lot of things are going on in Hollywood right now. A lot of things are going on just with the brand of Halloween Horror Nights in general. August 14th, we have the opening of Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas. Cannot wait to see reviews about that. Trying to plan a trip right after opening weekend of Hollywood, so that'd be like the next weekend to go out there and check out Horror Unleashed, so we'll see how that's about. But Halloween Horror Nights is well into construction. Fan Fest Nights is starting right now at the park, which is a pop culture version of Halloween Horror Nights. Construction is well underway, boys. Tents are up in certain locations that Maze usually go in, houses, and things are getting built, especially in that H lot. We have facades being put together. It looks like houses are being built back there. We have a house facade. Sammy and I were talking a little bit about this prior to us going on the air. Rob, I want to get your take real quick. I don't know if you've seen footage. I don't know if you've seen pictures of this facade. It's been floating around the internet. TLEV Media, Entertainment Connection, I've been seeing the most of. Hauntline sharing a lot of their stuff. And it looks to be a house facade, similar from what a lot of people are saying to what we saw with Poltergeist, the exact kind of same style. What is your thoughts on this? Do you think it's Poltergeist? Do you think it's something completely different? Like, what is your thoughts on this?
Boo. No, I'm just messing around. Yeah, you know what? It looks similar. I'm gonna, like you said, we follow our buddies, kind of were talking about it. TLEV had shared some stuff. I think John had did a like a live stream, and they're kind of all talking about it, and it looks very similar to what we got previous. I don't have an issue with it coming back. I feel like it's been a good amount of time.
2018, I
So
believe it was.
17 or
this is-
18.
Yeah,
Was it 18?
I think it was 18.
17 or 18.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
great.
So, there's a good good distance between the last time we got it. And I'm a believer in doing houses, I would say 5 years. Like, it's more so for Horror Nights, just kind of their format, because, and I've said this before, there are people who haven't got to they didn't get to see the house. Maybe they're a new generation coming in and they went the year after or 2 years after they had that house. So it's a chance for newer fans to come in and check out, houses that we enjoyed, whether they're good or whether they're bad, because everyone has different experiences. So I don't have an issue with the house coming back. I would like there to be a little more detail in the house, because one complaint I did have, and it is, an ongoing thing, and we all joke about it, but just kind of some lack of light on the walls. So
I like that.
just
Can we?
yeah,
I think that needs to be a shirt for the haunt season. A lack of
Lack
light
of
on the
light.
walls.
the lack of light on the walls. So
Yeah.
just I would like some more creativity in transition areas, but not an issue having it come back.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and speaking on what you just said right now, is especially with how much they've evolved, tech wise, and a lot of the things that they're pulling out for mazes these days with animatronics and just new innovative ways of just effects and whatnot. I feel like this
Right.
time around they can upgrade and update this so much more with what they have available to them or things that they're trying for the first time with this. However, I want to hear Sammy real quick, because Sammy and I were talking about it prior to that, and Sammy is speculating, or has heard speculation of it maybe being something completely different other than Poltergeist.
Ooh.
Sammy, you want to tell everyone what you were telling me of what it could possibly also be?
Yeah, I was gonna say Poltergeist 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Okay. Nice.
Just kidding.
Nice.
Love it.
Just yeah,
I'll go with
love
that
it. No, I'm
one.
just kidding. I mean, I don't know how. I don't dive deep into this kind of stuff, and I was just scrolling the old Insta. Someone was saying maybe Scarecrow, but as I've sat with it more, he reminded me of the new um, Vegas Horror Nights that's coming, and they're doing Scarecrow there. So I
Mhm.
don't think it would be in the best interest to do Scarecrow at both events. But that's what I thought, just because it's like a house, and maybe that's part of me just being hopeful and wishful, because Scarecrow is my favorite Horror Nights house of all time.
We can get you out to
Okay.
So
Vegas
would love.
then.
Mhm.
I know I'll have to make the trek to Vegas. I don't know when,
You
but
let me know. I'll meet you out
you
there.
Let
let
me
me know.
know so I can watch your guys' Instagram while you guys go out there.
You need to get
Okay.
out there too.
You know what? Me and
You
I
can
don't know when.
drive. You can't. You
Yeah.
don't have to fly.
Don't have to fly.
No, yeah. No, for sure. No, I've done the drive. I don't have an issue with the drive. Me and Robin need to plan, because Robin wants to go to Vegas. So I was waiting. Robin's been wanting to go to Vegas for a while, but I said, hey, we're going to wait until this thing opens up, and then we'll
He said we're
shoot
going
out
to
to Vegas.
Edwards. He said, "Babe, we're going to Regal."
Babe, we're going to
Yep,
Regal.
going to movies.
All right.
Going to
All right, I'm
Regal.
going to throw a date out there right now. September 12th through the 14th.
I'm busy that
Uh,
day.
I'm
Busy
busy,
that
bro.
day.
That's right after 9/11, bro. Never forget. I
Never
think so.
forget. Where were you when they built
I was in
those
kindergarten.
Oh, oh man, dude, that was my first day of my senior year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, first day of my senior year in high school.
If he was in kindergarten and that was your first day of senior year, can you imagine what a great how old I was?
Yeah, man. That's
You
why I said I'm
3,
old enough to be your guys' dad.
4.
Oh my God, Rob. I think we've
Yeah,
discussed that before though. Like
yeah.
we
Yeah,
have.
I'm old. I
You
got
don't
like
have to be real young.
17 years or something like that on you guys.
But you would never know. Unless we
because I act
we
like a,
You have,
act
you
like
have
a
12
child.
years on me. If
I
I,
think-
I used to
can-
love it when we would go to Six Flags in 2021 and then I could just point at the clowns and Rob would just start laughing. Just out of nowhere. So funny. All right. But yeah, I don't know. Poltergeist may be coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. If it does return, I'm for it. Yeah, there's a lot to
Wait.
work with.
But Sammy thinks it's Scarecrow. That's what
Could be
Sammy
Scarecrow.
I've talked myself out of it though. Now that I think.
You hear?
about it
Let me
more.
tell you something though, Sammy. I don't think you're too far off. I don't think you're too far off, because I know you're saying like they got the Scarecrow in Vegas, but what great promotion! Like what a like a promotional thing it would be, because I don't think it's the one in Vegas. I don't think it's gonna be the one that we got.
No,
I
it's
think
gonna
they're
be a
gonna
whole
do-
different. It's the same
Yes.
concept, but like a whole different story.
Yeah, see, so what good cross promotion that'd be like, hey, you guys, if you really enjoyed, this house at Horror Nights, we got another one that's, along in that
Yeah.
same universe. Go check it out in Vegas. So
Same
Just
name and
saying.
everything too. It's like
yeah,
when you take a movie, an old movie, and then you do a remake of it and you call it the same exact name.
Yeah, like
That's what
Scream.
yeah. Yeah.
Scream, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I like
Great
the
movie.
reboot better than the original because Nev Campbell.
Wow.
Oh, scary movie. Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nev Campbell. Wow. Terrible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that
Beb,
far.
Beb, going to go see Nev Campbell.
He's going to see Nev Campbell.
Yeah, go see Nev Campbell.
That's his.
Yeah.
I've seen her in person. We locked eyes.
I know. Yeah, I know.
That's all about it. I think she wasn't even looking at me. She was looking past me. She was just looking around the room.
She's probably looking for me.
Probably was. She's like,
Yeah,
oh, there's
we're
that
like-
tall guy.
we're
Now
like
where's
the-
the?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Where's-
not with them.
Where's that short guy?
Yeah,
No, we're like the same age, so you know.
yeah, that's true. Oh.
I thought you were gonna say you're the same height. I was like, in your heart, you guys are the same height.
Don't matter. It's okay. It's all
Yeah.
good. All right. So, WrestleMania 41, great weekend in Vegas. I was there all weekend. I know you guys. I know Sammy watched all weekend. I know Rob watched night one and try to watch. Try to watch.
Tried to watch night 2. My wife was having none of it.
None of it. So yeah. Overall, in my opinion, night 2 better than night 1. However, just a great, another great experience, another great WrestleMania that I got to attend. Allegiant Stadium, I have to say, by far one of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever walked in.
SoFi's better.
I don't think so. Seat wise, no. Seat wise, no. Because like their tippity top is not nearly as bad as SoFi's.
Yeah.
But they do have the bars like SoFi though in one section, so I did figure that out for next time. But it was such a great experience. You know, so many great memories to check out. I think for me the highlight of night 1 was I think that intro for CM Punk when he did his whole career thing, but then he redid that promo, and then they played Fire Burns by Killswitch Engage. So that was really cool, and to hear the entire arena singing it, myself included, it was just a cool throwback. And then to see Living Color, I if I ever saw them in concert, that was the one song I wanted to see. And so, like, I don't have to see him in concert now because I've seen the one song that I wanted him to play, and that was awesome, and just overall the energy. If you guys know, WWE energy is on fire, and just to hear the roars of excitement and boos and cheers and just it was just, it's unlike anything. I don't think TV does it justice. Because there was a ton of surprises in night 2. But what did you guys think of night 1 overall, and what was your guys' favorite match?
Go ahead, Samuel.
Yeah, I don't even remember what happened on night 1. I mean,
We got a
obviously
new world
Gunther-
champion.
Yeah, I didn't like that, obviously, because I'm a Gunther stan.
I know you're a
through and
Gunther guy.
through. I'm a Gunther guy.
And he made him
all
tap
over.
with his own
made him
chokehold,
tap.
bro.
Yeah.
But he tapped so soon. That was so weak.
There was
But I
so
like-
much leading up to it, though. But you know what I thought about? That's the second year in a row that he's lost a title at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That
He's a good
sucks.
champ, though. He's the best.
It's all right. Reset, reboot. Let's get him to the WWE Championship now.
Yeah, he's gonna have a great feud with Pat McAfee. I can't wait for that match.
That's gonna be
Um,
good.
I'm a Pat stan through and through as well. Watch his show every day.
I'm a
Watching
Michael
my
Cole
brother
guy.
Gunther. Michael Cole.
I'm a Joe Test guy. Joe Test was ready to throw down, took off the jacket. He had his freaking shirt on. He's like, if Gunther comes back, bro, I'm ready. I'm like, Joe Test, show him what's up.
Yeah, I don't remember all of night 1. I mean, the main event really stole the show for night 1, and that's all
Yeah.
I can remember.
We had so we had obviously Charlotte Tiffany.
That was
night
that
two.
was.
That was kind of a shocker.
I like that match.
It was a shocker.
I like that match.
So did I. Good match.
I looked over at Hayes and I'm like, I really thought Charlotte was gonna win that one. I really did. They like set her up to win this match, but then Tiffany winning was a shocker. It was a good match. The tag team titles, which I thought was a waste of space.
Next match.
I thought the SmackDown tag team titles should have been that TLC triple threat at WrestleMania. That made more sense. Now I got to watch it on SmackDown this Friday, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, that I almost fell asleep through that match pretty much. What kicked off the fucking show?
On night-
start of the-
night
Jay
one?
and Gunther.
Yeah, Jane Gunther.
Okay, it was Jay Gunther. Then it was. I could just pull up the fucking
War
card.
Raiders.
War Raiders, New Day. A lot of championships crowned. I was actually very happy about that.
Was the Fatu match that day too?
Yeah,
that was night one.
Jacob versus LA Knight.
Knight.
That was a good match.
Good match.
Jacob's gonna be a fucking star, dude. I can't wait to see what they do with him this year. And let me see what else we had. But yeah, it was overall just a great night one. I think that main event was a very great main event, very great ending to a main event that I've seen
So good.
in a while, and that that continues that storyline going into WrestleMania 42. What it seems like that they're gonna do. Dangerous Alliance vibes I'm getting with what Paul Heyman's doing right now with Seth Rollins and now Braun Breaker. If anyone remembers the Dangerous Alliance back in the day, that was a good team. That they were all like up and coming Paul Heyman guys. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that storyline. But Roman, there's a lot on his plate now. You got Seth forming Shield 2.0, and Punk is just pissed at all of them. So I feel like we're gonna see probably some Roman and Punk versus the Breaker and Seth in the future, probably because they both have gripes to pick with them. I'm a Punk guy through and through. I love Punk. Always been a Punk guy. Straight edge society, but I'm not straight edge. But he is, so kudos to him. But yeah, I support him. He's a good guy. I've always liked the truth that he tells. I know a lot of people can't stand him. I think I grew up watching him, so he's always been that guy that I've liked. So yeah, I really thought he was going over, especially when they cut that package in the beginning of the match for his entrance, and I thought he was going over, and he did not go over. But I knew Paul was gonna side with Seth by the end. That was the ongoing rumor leading up to this match. So interesting night one, very well put together. Enjoyed it. Night two. Now, Rob, I know you didn't finish night two. Night two had a very good start with the Triple Threat Women's World Championship match. I didn't really have a person I wanted to win for this match. Like, I would have been fine with any of them. Obviously, my prediction, though, going into the match was it was going to be Io, just because the way she was treated the last couple of weeks. She was the underdog going into this match. I knew she was going to walk out champion. The Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship with Braun, Penta, Finn, and Dom. That shocked me too. Didn't think they were going to give the championship to Dom. Didn't think it was time, but they're pushing Dom, and good for him for finally winning his first singles title on the main roster within WWE. That's awesome. Good for Dom. Hayes was not happy about that one, but Hayes is not a Dom guy. She actually wanted Braun Breaker to retain. She's a Braun Breaker fan because how can you not?
Dom.
Dog. Braun Breaker. Where are the dogs at?
Dom.
Where are the dogs? Tell Pat. Yeah, I think the Naomi Jade match was good. I thought that was very entertaining. That might have been night ones too. But Logan Paul versus AJ Styles match. Wasn't a fan of the ending, but I kind of know from a creative standpoint how you had to have him win this match to kind of further him if he wants to be who he says he wants to be in this career in this company. So you got to give him a win over a person like AJ Styles to start to elevate and build his character so he could match up with a Seth Rollins or a Roman Reigns or all these top guys.
Or a Karrion Kross.
Hey, I'm feeling for Karrion Kross right now, man. He's going through it. He's at like a midlife crisis right now, and I really feel for him. I do. Obviously, the biggest, I know I'm missing a few things here and there. Becky Lynch returned with as Lyra Valkyria's partner for the tag team titles, and they won, only to lose them on Monday Night Raw the very next night. And Becky turned heel.
Woo.
Say his name, and he appears. Randy Orton needed a WrestleMania partner for his 20th WrestleMania. Kevin Owens was out due to a neck injury. So who was going to step up and answer the call? Someone so let me tell you the story about this one. We drove into Vegas and we drove into Vegas and I was like, Joe Hendry. I was like, what if Joe Hendry showed up? And I was like, nah, he's in TNA. But I'm like, they are in Vegas this weekend. But I was like, I don't think he's going to show up. I don't think he's got any reason to show up.
Yeah.
Fucking his music goes off, dude. I fucking screamed, bro. I was so excited, bro, because I've always wanted to see him wrestle in person. Good for Joe Hendry. He got 60,000 people. The TNA, Vince McMahon would never in a million years pull that off at all. To bring another brand over on Wrestlemania, especially like the world champion of another brand, it would never. They are doing carrying dirty. I agree, but I think that was such a great pop, such a great time. Joe Hendry even said he was fine losing the match, like he was not expecting to win, like he just was happy to have the opportunity, and like 60,000 people just saw Randy Orton do his iconic pose in front of the camera, smile and everything. Good for Joe Hendry, continuing to surprise us, and that was just probably one of the coolest surprises ever. Followed by the next coolest surprise, and that probably for me would be the end-all, be-all for me going to wrestling events, and that was seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin in person. I love Stone Cold, my all-time favorite. It was awesome. Just wish he would have.
Favorite match of the night.
Just wish he would have stunned somebody. So
he had to get the best match though.
With what? The ATV.
Was the ATV versus the barricade? What a match!
Dog, you missed that. There's a TikTok video out. He missed the ramp to go up. He goes around to like the barricade because he thought he can go through that way. So he has to reverse it back and then go up the ramp. And I was like, you were drunk, bro. Easy.
He already had like 4.
Yeah, it was really cool to see him though. Love that. And then, the main event. Now, I have a gripe to pick with the main event. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff about it, but it ain't about how it ended. It has actually really nothing to do with either guy, because I thought that I knew that was gonna happen. Like anyone who's
gonna be with Travis Scott. Oh no, boo hoo, crybaby, hip hop star. Again.
No, it wasn't gonna be with Travis Scott. Actually, I don't mind Travis Scott. I didn't mind him at all. I had no issue with him.
What?
My issue is with fucking Dwayne Johnson.
Do we?
Nah. Okay, hold the fuck on.
Leave Dewey alone.
We need to go reverse in the calendar real quick. And I watched that fucking clip of Pat McAfee, and everything he's saying is fucking bullshit, and it pissed me off even more. This motherfucker says he gets a call from Ariel Emanuel, or whatever the fuck his name is. Guy who runs TKO. Yeah. Says that the ticket sales for fucking Elimination Chamber were not quite where they wanted them, that they were going real slow and they needed to boost some ticket sales. He asked Rock to make a fucking appearance. Yeah. Now, Rock, being the professional he should be, fucking went out and said, he should have said, how is my shit gonna fit with said storyline? It only makes sense. If you're gonna bring The Rock back and include him in a storyline, you gotta commit to the end of that, whatever fucking storyline that is. I obviously wanted to fucking put him with the whole sell your soul, Cody Rhodes bullshit, and we saw how Elimination Chamber ended. Fucking Rock comes out, tries to have Cody sell the soul. Cody tells him to go fuck himself. John Cena turns heel, hits Cody in the nuts, fucking beats the shit out of Cody. Rock and John Cena are aligned. John Cena sold his soul to The Rock.
You forgot about Travis Scott. Don't forget about the black.
Travis Scott is there too, but yeah, he was burning some sage. Burning sage.
Giving Cody black eyes.
Yeah, fucking nearly bursting his goddamn eardrum. And this motherfucker says this whole fucking thing, sets up this whole fucking story at Elimination Chamber. Then fucking 6 weeks go by. 6 weeks of both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and we don't hear a fucking peep from The Rock. We hear some stuff from John Cena. We hear Cody mention The Rock. We don't even hear John Cena mention The Rock. We don't hear nothing about The Rock. Come to find out, this motherfucker said he was done after the Elimination Chamber. He's going to insert himself out of the story and just let these two play it out. I'm like, the whole point of this was the whole soul thing and you Cena selling his soul to you. Without you at WrestleMania, none of this fucking story makes sense, and that's why the match ended so shitty. That's why Travis Scott coming out didn't make a fucking lick of sense. Because all jokes aside, both of you, be completely honest with me. When Travis Scott came out, don't tell me you weren't expecting The Rock right after.
Oh, of course we're expecting The Rock.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a storyline where you're kind of the centerpiece and you're kind of playing devil's advocate over here and you're a pretty big pawn of this storyline and you don't show up to finish said storyline, what the fuck are we doing then? Why are we inserting ourselves into storylines and then coming on and saying it does not, just forget about it. Let's just throw it out the window. I was like, how do you pivot from that? Obviously, they figured out a way, but essentially from what I'm hearing right there, you just threw Triple H under the bus. You just basically said, yeah, I would have booked it different, but, you know, I answered I know he said that. I listened to that interview, but he's so fucking hypocritical. Like, how are you going to insert yourself into something and then fucking take yourself out of it during a crucial point? And then, you know, at the very least, we're like, okay, maybe he's saving it for Netflix. Maybe he's saving it for Raw. He's going to give Netflix the views, the ratings. Didn't show up on Raw.
Nope.
Don't know where the next time he is going to. He showed up on YouTube. Showed up on fucking Pat McAfee show, though.
ESPN.
Showed up on all those things. Why? Because he was in Hawaii filming a movie. A movie. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is if this motherfucker wants to be so included. And this goes back even further. This motherfucker was supposed to fight Cody at this WrestleMania. That's what we got set up the Raw after Mania last year.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was also supposed to fight Roman. So this WrestleMania had me thinking a lot afterwards. It was how drastically different this WrestleMania was supposed to be. And that's due to The Rock coming in and out all these fucking times. He showed up at Bad Blood, did the fucking 3-2-1, slit the throat, left. Didn't show up until fucking Elimination Chamber. Then he did the same thing, and I was like, okay, this is leading to WrestleMania.
You know, he showed up on Raw Netflix first show.
But he didn't do anything. He was fucking Dwayne Johnson. He wasn't The Rock.
He was corporate Dewey. Put some respect on it.
and then you got to think about another thing. Jacob Fatu wins the U.S. title. Jey Uso wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Yep. Okay? Fucking Roman loses his match. This motherfucker Solo's nowhere to be fucking found, and don't even get me started with fucking Mr. Yeah. He's nowhere to be fucking found either. He's just in the back doing waiting for his brother to get off injury, who sucks as a wrestler. But Roman, he gave the Ula follow to Roman, pretty much putting him in charge of the family, the head of the table, the tribal chief. Oh, apparently my buddy said Solo just had a kid. That's probably why he's been gone. So Solo gets the pass. Solo gets the pass.
You get the pass. You get the pass.
You get the pass, Solo.
Chief.
Yeah, ignore your tribal chief.
Acknowledge our tribal chief, Roman.
It's one of those things that you just lost at Mania. These other two guys just won at Mania with championships. You don't think that's going to set anything up? Like, that wouldn't set anything up, but, like, it doesn't make sense. There's so much unfilled gaps right now. Like I said, they figured out a pivot. Randy Orton looks like he's going to be challenging John Cena. You guys can do that all night. I don't give a shit.
You acknowledge our tribal chief.
He ain't shit right now.
He is still our
He
tribal
fucking
chief.
lost at WrestleMania 2 years in a row now.
It's best for business.
It's half true if you think about it, because he won night one and then he lost night two.
Through COVID. He carried the business through COVID.
That's because Cody wasn't there.
Put some respect on our tribal chief.
I ain't putting shit on anybody.
Wow. Are you a Cody crybaby? Oh, no. You're a CM Punk fan? Oh no. Boo.
I don't know what to do.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
he figured out what to do. But, you know, in the end of the day, that's my rant. I think there's a lot of unfilled storyline that The Rock just came in, set up, left, then came back in, set more up, left. And then, I mean, in the long run, if you really think about it creatively, they could just pick it up at any other event and just go from there. But it's just like, at that point, when do you stop? It's just tiring as a wrestling fan. It's like you're interfering, you're causing shifts and changes. Like, you don't have to be on television. Like, we don't need you anymore. Like, you did your time. We're gonna be fine without you. If you want
Well,
to,
I think
you know.
I think not that like us as fans, we don't need The Rock. I mean, all due respect to The Rock and everything he's done, but I do think WWE needs him
Well, and that's
because
fine. You could do it behind the scenes still. That's not an issue. The issue is when he comes out and just does these promos and then it leads to nowhere.
well, yeah, and that goes to something that WWE's always had an issue with is they keep grabbing at their old talent, like, because those are the legends, and they did it before, they continue to do it, and they're probably going to continue to do it in the future, where it's like, oh, when Cody's at the point where, I don't know, The Rock is, as far as age wise, and then we're going to bring Cody back to do this or to do that. It's just kind of, it's a cycle that WWE's always done, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like when Stone Cold comes out and pops a couple beers and drives his ATV around, or when The Rock comes out with the flamethrower, and they don't have like matches, or they're not like I'm speaking specifically of WrestleMania, and they're not like crucial to the show. I'm okay with legends doing that, but it's for me, it's always been an issue where you like you're saying with The Rock, where it's like he was such an integral part of this storyline, and then all of a sudden he's not there. It's like the story feels untold, um because he wasn't there to fulfill something that he started, for whatever his reason is. It's just like, that's why I feel like, for WrestleMania, you should build around the guys who are going to be there, absent, something, an injury or something, but you build around the guys who are there day in, day out, and you build these stories with those guys who are gonna, they're gonna be there, as opposed to, we're like, okay, well, like, you know, the Undertaker is gonna show up, or The Rock's gonna show up, or we'll get Stone Cold to do this. It's like, don't build WrestleMania around, especially the main event, like, around those guys.
Yeah, I get you. I 100% agree. What you got, Sammy?
So next year for WrestleMania, I think 42, we need to go Dirty Dom versus Gunther in a match. I think that'll be the real move.
Okay.
For the WWE
okay.
Championship?
You know what? I will say this.
Who's got the strap? It's going to be Gunther again, so Dom can take it from Gunther, and he loses 3 years in a row.
Yeah. I don't, and this is just old me, I guess. I don't like having, it just felt so weird, like, on night one, watching, like, Gunther, like, defend his title the first match. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's a champion, bro. Like he should be like.
There was a lot of controversy over that, because it's like the whole argument was, and it's been said many times on live air, if you win the Royal Rumble, you go to the main event of WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was what was supposed to happen. But apparently now, if you win the Royal Rumble, you just get a spot at WrestleMania.
Well, you
guaranteed.
Get a title shot.
Yeah, a guaranteed title shot at WrestleMania. Like, but now it's just a spot anywhere on the card. I think personally, I was gonna say, I think personally, if you didn't do it as the main event, I think it's the best way to start a match, especially because you want to put him over. You know that 60,000 plus are gonna fucking yeet like crazy when he wins.
Yeah, especially.
And that's a good way to start the crowd off with some high energy and keep it going throughout the night.
I don't know. I get that. I understand it, but at the same time, like, for me, it devalues the Rumble, because it's like,
oh yeah, I agree with you 100%.
It's like that same reaction. Imagine that same reaction, but at the end of night one, like how everyone was going wild. Like, just imagine that if it was at the end of night one, he wins the title, and everyone's yeeting everywhere and going all crazy, and that's how you end the show. Now, don't get me wrong, like, the way the first night ended, was awesome, but it's just like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm old school, where the fact is, I want the champion to come out second. I want the challenger to come out first, champion to come out second, and I want the titles, like the big titles, to be the main draw of that card.
Yeah. And that you could thank CM Punk for that because he really wanted that main event spot. So I think that's why that pushed Jey Uso down. However,
Nah, yeah, that could I think like I think not so much that CM. I'm pretty sure CM. Well, it's CM Punk and
Roman and
Reigns
Seth.
and yeah, and Seth. That is a main event match.
Yeah.
But I just feel like to show your title respect and what the like this prestige, this like it's a prestige to have this title should be at the last match of the night.
Well,
But I mean, I understand it. I get it.
But
That's
like
just-
you're right though. Like think about it now. It's like Cena only has 27 appearances left, not matches, appearances.
yeah,
He's made that very clear on Monday. And out of those 27, we still have a few months left in the year. Now you can obviously sprinkle those out to make it look like, yeah, he was here throughout most of the year. He showed up at least once a month, like he was here.
yeah.
But now you're going to be having to rely on Jay or whoever holds the title in the future to be that workhorse champion for almost the rest of 2025 because Cena's not going to be around too much. He'll probably be at all the major PLEs because he's making sure that he hits all those major PLEs for like his tour and stuff. So he's probably going to be in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank, or he's probably going to be in San Diego for Survivor Series War Games. So I mean, it'd be nuts if I actually really forked out the money to go to all these events. I would catch Cena in just like 4 stops of the fucking Cena Farewell Tour, and I'm just like, I was lucky enough I knew I was doing 2 for sure. These other 2 were not planned. Survivor Series, however, that might be something we look into. But I digress.
That's
I mean, we'll
That's
see.
one in San Diego, right?
Yeah,
San Diego
Petco Park.
Survivor Series.
Petco Park is a beautiful, beautiful park.
Beautiful part.
When do those tickets go on sale?
I think they're already on sale. They might
No,
already.
I don't think they are.
Are they not? Oh, Money in the Bank's on sale
Money
Money in the Bank is.
Money in the Bank is here, right?
at Intuit Dome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same night as AAA.
Are they
Same
doing?
night as AAA.
Oh, they do it in the morning and then they're gonna do it at night. Well, luckily
they're
it's all right
AAA
there
night.
though. You just walk everywhere now.
It's at the Kia Forum.
Yeah, it's all walking
So-
distance though now.
I don't know. Intuit to Kia, you might have to drive.
I was just there for Raw. It's like
Is it?
literally all in the same. It's like literally Intuit Dome, the Cosm, SoFi Stadium, and right across the street is Kia Forum. It'll take you like 10 minutes to walk.
Oh, I thought the Intuit Dome was like right off the freeway.
No, it's like more in around
It's
all
more
those
close to
surrounding
SoFi.
areas. Yeah, they're trying to really build up
Oh.
that area for the Olympics, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, great WrestleMania, great Raw, and I think it was probably one of the best Raw after Manias I've ever watched in a long time.
So good.
Oh yeah, it's only like they're like a mile away from each other.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's not too far. You could, like I
it's
said,
not
take
bad.
like 5-10 minutes to walk there.
Not bad.
So yeah, Intuit Dome is just shitty parking. That's all. But overall, great WrestleMania, successful one. Can't wait to see what happens at 42 now and whatnot. Money in the Bank is tempting though. I've never seen a Money in the Bank match in my life. I've seen a War Games match.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Looking up all these tickets.
I know, right? Especially that AAA show,
Rob-
that Worlds Collide. That should be pretty cool.
You need to win the lottery for us, Rob.
Yeah, we're in the lottery. You won't
I'll
know,
do
but
my
there will be
best.
signs.
Yeah, just see me at all the wrestling events.
He's gonna be new green shirt guy. We're gonna take a quick music break. When we come back, we're gonna talk some horror, the latest in horror news that we have until I believe 9:30, and then we're gonna log off after that. But stay tuned for this quick break, and we will be right back right here on Nights of Horror Radio. Yeet! All right, we're back here on Nights of Horror Radio.
The radio.
The radio, or if you listen to Rob's soothing voice in
The radio. Here
The
at
radio.
Nights of Horror.
We're gonna talk some horror news. We got a couple things caught my attention this week. First and foremost, Netflix just announced a Stranger Things official animated series is coming soon called Stranger Things Tales from '85. With the quote saying, "We've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of the Saturday morning cartoons that we grew up loving," said the Duffer Brothers. So the Duffer Brothers are going to be heavily behind it. Looks like they're going to bring over that Saturday morning cartoon feel. I'm excited to see what the animation is going to look like, to be honest with you. I'm a big fan of...
I'm just waiting for this show to finally come back and be over, because these kids look like they're like 30 years old at this point.
Homie, it's not. It's
sure
gonna.
they have kids now. They have their own kids.
It's gonna be even better because you're gonna get. It's gonna be like one of those things where like half the first that season's gonna drop, and then you gotta wait for the other half for it to drop. Netflix been doing that shit now.
Just film it and get it done.
Yeah.
He's already filming it, but just get it done, because these kids look old.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think Millie Bobby Brown started the show when she was actually 11, and now she's like 2011. Like, I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, and she's got her own. She's got all these deals now, and I think she's like the only one, that and like David Harbour, like the only two that I see doing a lot of things.
Wolfhard does.
Yeah,
stuff.
Wolfhard's doing a couple. I think he just directed a movie actually.
Yeah, he did. I didn't see it, but
it's like
it looked good. It was a campy horror film.
Yeah, like a 80s, like the kind of vibe.
Yeah, it looks good.
Finney Wolfhard, yeah, he's been doing Ghostbusters too.
Ghostbusters, yeah. Gavin or what? Dustin, Gatton, that's his name. He's done some Broadway stuff.
Yeah, I saw he was doing a couple Broadways in between.
He was in Sweeney Todd. I loved Sweeney Todd.
Big Sweeney Todd guy.
The Demon
Barber of Fleet Street.
Yeah.
Yes. Getting me all excited.
Oh man, let's get a reboot of that.
Would Josh Groban played Sweeney Todd?
I think you already have a fan casting already going, huh?
No, he did. It
Oh,
did. It was on Broadway. It was on Broadway.
I'm talking about a reboot of the film. You just do a new one.
Oh no. The Broadway musical was so good.
You reboot the film with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's what it would be in today's day. My dad said that he liked the movie Wicked better than the play.
What?
My dad's seen, and my dad's seen the play a few times, so he has the right to say what he has to say. You know what I mean? Like, he just said because they went into more detail, like they do in the book, that he enjoyed and that he liked, and that he thought it was a little bit more. I still haven't seen it.
It's on Peacock.
I bought it.
Of the WWE.
I bought it. I have it. It's just still haven't watched it.
It's good.
I know. I believe it. I've seen the musical twice on Broadway. It's a great production. Now I'm just waiting to see.
3 times.
The
movie 3 times and the Broadway play twice.
You and I are on the tie list for Wicked. Now I'm waiting to see, because Phantom's going to be coming this summer, I think. So I'm going to go see Phantom of Pantages. I want to try to do that one.
Wow, you hate me.
I haven't even bought tickets yet.
Wow, I thought you hate me.
Hey, you got to talk to Georgie there, because he's the one that wants to plan to do it.
I'll call him right now. I'm his favorite son.
Yeah, if you're you should buy him tickets for his retirement then.
Oh, maybe I will. And me and him will go.
Sammy will do that. He will legit fly out and go fucking see Phantom of the Opera. My dad, like, what the fuck's my ticket? I want to go.
Me and George, I'm George's best buddy here. I'm his favorite son.
Okay. Sure you are.
He won't admit it.
I like this.
He won't admit it.
Predator Badlands. What do you think of that, Rob?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The sequel,
looks really cool,
from the same director of Prey. It's the same universe as Prey. Looks great. I think the Predators look great. I think the world looks great.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see this movie. It's gonna be fucking epic.
I didn't see the trailer, but I loved Prey.
Prey was fantastic.
What's is it that it's Elle Fanning, right? Is she the girl in there?
In Prey?
Yeah, no. In
Badlands?
Yeah, Badlands.
I don't know. I just kind of, I haven't really seen the full trailer. I've been seeing clips of the Predator.
Yeah.
The Predator.
I think it's Elle Fanning. She looks pretty cool too. It's the eyes. The eyes look super intense.
Yeah, the Predator in this one just fucking looks sick, and they always do.
Looks like
she is.
What happened?
She is. She plays twin hunters.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it looks. I like I really liked Prey. I thought Prey was really cool in the the kind of the stuff they used to fight the Predator in those times before they had all the technology. Just twine in a sharp stick. So I'm excited to see. This looks more technology kind of
futuristic.
heavy. Yeah, more futuristic. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. But I really enjoyed. I thought the trailer was pretty good. Uh, I don't. This Predator looks different. Obviously, looks a little. I don't know, like more thinner, not as bulky or heavy. More an athletic Predator. I
I
don't know.
was
Sammy,
thinking it
would you?
was. I was thinking it was a female predator almost.
I don't know. I don't know.
That'd be a
But
new at
Sammy,
first.
I feel like I don't know. Would you say this Predator would go in the first round of the draft? I feel like this is a very athletic Predator.
I didn't see him. I didn't look at his
Oh,
measurables. I'm a real big fan of the intangible things you can't.
okay, okay. I
This
know
is
they
what
did.
you-
I know they did a 4-2 at the
Oh wait,
40s.
hold on. This just
Oh, is there a
in.
point to-
Predator Badlands just got drafted to the Dallas Cowboys because they really need the help this season.
Oh,
Wow.
it's correct. I mean, they drafted a
Wow.
guard tonight. They really needed to
Wow.
replace Zach Martin on the line. I can tiz him out on the NFL draft if you really want me to, Rob.
Wow.
We can talk about the intangibles, the 4.2, 4.240. You know,
I know
real
none of
wingspan.
these terms. Rob's laughing because he obviously knows the terms. I know nothing.
His 3-cone
got-
shuffle was out of this world.
He's got a 44-inch vert.
44-inch vert. the
Vertical leap.
wingspan- Yeah. He did 30 reps on the bench. Real
Dude,
wild
Dude,
stuff.
my cut. So let me tell you this. My cut. This reminded me because
Story
I
time.
was talking about vertical. My cousin who played. He had a scholarship to play basketball. He's a pretty athletic guy. He wasn't like anything crazy. He was probably like maybe 6'3", 6'4".
Good size.
Yeah. He played at I think the Masters College. Anyways, he would make fun of me because would say I had a credit card vertical. I would like I never heard of that before. And he's like, oh, it's because you could only jump high enough to stick a credit card in there. And I was like, this guy's he's my cousin though, so I couldn't say anything. And he was a lot taller than me,
No, you can say
more
it.
He's a little-
athletic.
No,
Yeah,
you can
he
see
could beat me up.
Yeah, no, he can't. You got the advantage. Take it from
I saw him
from one tall
I-
guy to another.
I saw him jump over the hood of my grandmother's Cadillac, and I was just like, yeah, this guy's
Nah.
on another level.
He's like, yeah.
This guy's on another level.
I
Speaking
think
of
you can
which,
beat him one-on-one. One-on-one.
Maybe.
I'll
I'll put some money on that.
right?
I'll put some money. I'm a gambling man. I'll put some money on that.
Well, maybe now because he's older, but he's still good looking and athletic. So
Hey, Rob, I forgot you were gonna tell us the story of when you met the Osbournes
Always really good
Oh,
to
yeah,
come back to
yeah.
that.
yeah.
and another.
So-
you met
so-
someone else too.
So I met Cypress
Story
Hill.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, story time. I met Cypress Hill and I met the Osbournes, and who else was there? Who's Rodney Dangerfield? It was like, I get no respect. That guy. So my cousin, was he like? Yeah, he was like my second cousin, first cousin. Anyways, my cousin Johnny. I haven't seen my cousin Johnny in years. So wherever you're at, Johnny, I miss you. But my cousin Johnny used to work at the Tonight Show, like doing like graphic design and all that stuff.
For Conan
so
or
he
for Jimmy?
No. It was wait,
Leno.
Leno. Yeah, it was Leno.
Leno?
It was Leno. So I didn't get to meet Leno. But I got to meet the Osbournes. Like this was this had to be like
02 maybe.
maybe around that time. I think I just got it might even like 01, 02, around there. So we got tickets in there, or he not tickets, but he got us in and we had seats and he took us backstage and everything, and got the little badges and all that stuff. And in passing, I got to meet all the Osbournes, and it wasn't any like I didn't like, oh gee, I love you or anything. So I was just like, oh, how you doing? And then Cypress Hill was the special musical guest. So I got to meet Cypress Hill, like, oh man, I love your guys' stuff and all that stuff. So it was
They smell like weed.
very cool. Very I'm trying to remember. I don't
Sage.
even
It was Sage.
Sage.
it was
Weed
Sage.
was
It was
legal.
but they definitely the hair. and
Depending what state
everything.
you're in. Not in this state.
Yeah.
Not
It
in your
was
state.
illegal that time. If it was 02, it would be illegal.
Yeah, I think it was
Homie,
illegal.
these
back
guys
then.
were fucking smoking everywhere. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was like Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, they didn't give a
Yeah.
fuck. They were like, we'll just pay the fine. We got enough money.
But yeah, so I got to meet all the Osbournes.
Damn. How do you
Cypress
not freak
Hill.
out over Ozzy though? That's Ozzy, bro.
You know what? Because I was like, that's like when I worked at Digital Domain. Like, I didn't want to get my cousin in trouble. Be like, who's the weirdo hanging all over the Osbournes? Oh, it's Johnny's cousin. Like, get him out of here. So I was just
Johnny.
like, I had to be like, oh.
from
How you
Cobra
doing,
Kai.
Johnny?
There's Johnny.
Love the music, Johnny.
Love the
Love
music.
the music.
Oh my god, I've had the meanest allergies since I've gotten back. It feels like I need to sneeze every other time, and I don't. It sucks.
That's the worst.
My nose
That's
is
the worst. Built up.
yeah, my
built
nose
up
is
pressure.
it sucks all of it. Y'all see the
Under pressure.
y'all see the Wednesday trailer?
Yeah, I did see it.
I know Sammy
saw
didn't
it.
see it.
I don't watch anything.
He don't.
No, that's all right. I mean, I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a
Addams
big
Family?
fan of like that's yeah. Well, no, I like the Adams Family. I'm just not like I'm not into the new like the Wednesday. You know that.
I think Jenna's
I would
killing
give-
it as that role.
Oh, for sure.
I think she
I
is.
watched the old Adam, like the old school Adams Family,
Black and white one?
TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, you are old.
Yeah, I am old.
I know I watch it too. They have the 24/7 one. You can just watch it on loop if you want.
You only watch Baba at night though.
But
You
not
don't watch
anymore. I don't
Adam?
really watch that much anymore. I just put it on the TV, that's where I'm at the point in my life. I just need background noise. Period.
Wait, hold on. Are we still talking about movies right now?
We
Or
can.
I can. Why? What did you have in
'Cause-
mind? What just came in mind?
Cause, dude, I gotta say how
What is
awesome I gotta say
Yes,
how awesome.
let's talk Sinners. I was
Sinners.
so excited for
How
this, even though
awesome
Tony
Sinners
knows
was.
nothing about this.
Yeah, how I won't spoil anything. I won't say anything and ruin it for you, Tony. I just gotta say, Sinners is probably. I mean, obviously, I don't. It's still early in the year, but like, it's gonna be in my top 3. Like, I don't see
Ooh.
anything knocking it out of my top 3, and it's so good. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much layers to this movie. The acting is just like in the insane. The directing is like whole other level. Like, dude, Ryan Coogler's just like, dude, this guy's like building that, like, just boom, boom, boom. Now
Remind me
he's
what
up
else
here
he
with
did.
what happened?
Black Panther.
Remind me of what Black Panther.
1 and
Oh,
2.
Fruitvale Station, Black Panther. He did Creed.
That's right. He did the first
Oh, so
Creed.
he's doing
Yeah.
all of Michael B. Jordan's best hits.
Oh yeah, dude. Him and Michael B. Jordan
They're
are
like
like they're just
homies.
working together.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. The movie was so good, so good.
I think Coogler honestly started out as a like a music video director too. Like he used to do like Kendrick Lamar shit and all that. That's why he got Kendrick
think
Lamar to
so.
do the music for Black Panther.
Wow.
So him and Kendrick are like
That's an
really good
amazing
friends.
bunch.
Hey yo, he's Team Kendrick though. You know what I mean?
They not like us.
They not like us, homie. They should have put that in Sinners, bro. I know it's
Reminder.
not time period accurate, but you put that in Sinners, bro.
They
Guaranteed.
could have fit it in.
They could have fit it in, right?
They could have fit it in there.
Yeah, Cougar was thinking about it. It was in there. It was probably just too expensive. You know, Kendrick probably a little much.
Dude, Tony, you gotta watch the movie, bro. You gotta go watch.
I
the
wa-
movie.
I'm-
Future,
it-
buddy.
What do you think? I just got back from WrestleMania. Like, what
No,
do
no,
you want me
should have watched it over there after Mania. You should have went and found like a
No.
like a 11, like
it's
a 10
Las
or 11.
fucking Vegas. I'm gonna go eat good food and go see awesome stuff.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
good, awesome stuff. Sinners. There you go.
yeah,
Sinners
Your
will be
argument-
around until the end of time now.
yeah, but you gotta watch it in IMAX, bro. Like,
70 mil.
like the aspect ratio. It's just like.
I watched it in Dolby.
Yeah, well, look what the problem is with my IMAX down the street. It's not a good fucking theater, and you know it.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
I
Not
gotta.
a
I'll
true
go see it
IMAX.
in Dolby. How about that? Is that
okay,
Dolby okay?
that's fine.
Dolby's fine.
You know, I like the Puente Hills IMAX. I don't have an issue with it. I think I mean, it's obviously not the
I'm not
the
talking
at
about
City
that one. I'm
Walk.
talking about the Norwalk one.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Puente Hills
I've been to
IMAX
one
is awesome. They have recliners and everything. I saw.
Yeah,
what do I see in there?
Dude,
Vertigo.
Dude, I think that's why I stopped going to the one in Norwalk because they don't have the recliners.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
their IMAX doesn't.
Yeah,
Their
their
IMAX
IMAX
doesn't,
is.
but their Dolby's good.
Their Dolby's amazing.
I don't
Dolby's the
think
next
I've
best thing.
Been to Adobe.
It's like any other Dolby theater you go to. It's all the the blue and the black and
yeah.
so yeah.
What was your favorite part of the movie, Robin and Sinners?
Oh man, I really am gonna be cliche, but the when they're in the juke place and like
Yeah.
and Preacher Boy starts playing, like
Yeah.
that whole thing was just like I was watching it, and as everything's going on, I'm just like, this is whole other level, like movie making, like cinematic, like amazingness.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, there's so many good parts.
Amazingness.
What's the Remick, the vampire? Like I
Yeah.
think he did like just
Yeah.
his dialogue with everyone and just kind of how he was talking to everyone. Like he did like that was really good. I mean the movie overall, man. Like and then like the post credit scene.
There's a post fucking credit scene.
There's two
Yes.
post credit scenes.
There's two
There's
So this is
two.
a
post-credit
fucking
scenes.
Marvel movie.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
But the post credit,
The
not
first
the last post credit scene,
The
but the
first one.
yeah, the
Yeah.
first one. I was just like, oh, this is like it's cool. Like I liked
Yeah.
it. It kind of tied everything up. I liked it.
Yeah, I think my favorite part was the Irish jig, or when he's like out when he has everybody singing and dancing.
Oh yeah.
When the jukes open, I was like, damn, my man is controlling.
Yeah, man, that movie's so good.
Yeah.
It
Michael B.
really
I,
is.
you know, honestly, my thoughts were Michael B. Jordan playing two characters, like,
His
it's
twin
kind of
brothers.
weird, but he made it work.
Oh yeah,
I
because
didn't think
they felt like two different people.
Yeah, they did. Like they
That's
felt
the
like
fun part
obviously
about it.
similar.
It's like you could take one brother and be like, okay, how am I going to do this brother? And then you could take another brother and be like, okay, how am I going to play this brother? And
Yeah.
you look at Tom Hardy in case for that one movie he did where he played like the two like hitmen brothers based on a true story. Like that was like really cool too. It was like you played one brother that was one thing and one brother that was another thing, and you got to see how he got to play both those brothers. No doubt in my mind, Michael B. Jordan is a fucking talented fucking actor. I've seen what he can do over the years. His only fucking shitty movie is Fantastic Four, but you know we don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah. That we don't what did you say?
His
Pedro
most
Pascal?
his most underrated
Pedro Pascal?
movie. I'm gonna tell you right now. What do you, in your opinion, what's the most underrated Michael B. Jordan movie?
His most underrated
Fruitvale Station.
man.
What was yours?
You said Fruitvale Station?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean,
I feel
mean,
like
I
that's
think
what
that-
discovered him though.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what discovered? Well, I mean, he was in The Wire. Like he did a really good job in The Wire. But I don't think it wasn't like people didn't. I just don't think people knew who he was in Fruitvale Station. Man. Fahrenheit. Was it? Dang it. What's that
Fahrenheit
movie?
451.
Is that the
Fahrenheit-
one? Yeah.
That's a book, isn't
When
it?
they
Yeah, it
burn
is
the
a book.
books. Yeah.
Yeah, where they burn the books. It's pretty much Equilibrium.
I think his most underrated film is Chronicle.
Oh, dude, that's his breakout role. That's his breakout role.
I think it's
I'm so-
underrated as fuck though.
Dude, he
He's so good
the
in that
movie
movie.
or him? The movie or
The,
him?
both him. I think the movie is underrated and his performance is underrated.
Dude, I love that movie. Like
It's
I
such a good
have that
movie.
movie on Blu-ray.
It's a good movie.
Like I remember watching that movie.
I'm willing right now to bet $100 that Sammy has never seen that movie.
Let's play this. Let's play this game because I don't know what movie this is. Chronicle.
Really.
Sammy hasn't seen a lot.
Sammy,
Sammy has
that's-
seen a lot of movies and he hasn't seen a lot of movies. If that makes sense.
So Chronicle is like I would say that was his breakout role where it was just like it was like the first movie I remember like seeing him in like theaters where I was like, oh, that's Michael B. Jordan. And he stands out. Like he legit like the movie, he's like the third, I would say like the third
Main
lead
person,
in this movie.
yeah.
Yeah, but he stands out above the other two.
Yeah.
Like
Movie's
his
so good.
charisma, just his presence.
It's
I
a
never
found
seen it actually.
it's
I
a
just
found-
don't remember it.
it's a found footage film, and basically like these three guys who literally I think they two of them were friends, but like Michael, I think they were all friends at one point.
Well, no, the two cool guys are friends, and then the nerdy guy's the cousin of one of the cool guys.
But yeah, and like he's trying to force him to hang out, but he's kind of like antisocial and he's got a rough home life. Like his mom's dying of cancer, and like
Yeah.
his dad's a dick and a drunk to him and everything. So they go to a party one night, and then they go out to they end up in like a field at one point, and they fucking find like a UFO crash, and like it infects them somehow, and they get superpowers out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you would lose your $100 because I've definitely seen this movie. I don't remember the movie, but I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it came out like in 2013,
yeah,
It came out in
it's
2012.
2012. Yeah.
2012. Okay,
I looked-
2012. That was close.
I
Well
looked it
over
up.
10
Yeah,
years
you're really
now.
close.
13 years. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I really like that movie. It's definitely it's a villain origin story, but
Yeah.
great
But a
movie.
good villain
Great
origin
movie.
story. It's just like
Yeah.
it's a great example of one bad day. Can just all it
Yeah.
takes, you know what I mean? Like, but it's such a good movie. Yeah, we got way off topic there, but you know what?
Yeah, but
Michael B.
yeah.
Jordan,
Hey,
Ryan
Michael B.
Coogler,
Jordan's the man.
Ryan
Michael B.
Coogler.
Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, go see it.
So
Kendrick
IMAX.
Lamar.
I got some news regarding Ryan Coogler and Warner Brothers.
He's coming on the show next week.
I fucking wish. I don't have that kind of pull just yet. I think I have more luck getting Karrion Kross on the show right now than I do getting Ryan
Dude,
Coogler.
I've met Killer Cross. I've met Killer Cross.
Of course you have. You probably met him at bar wrestling, if I'm assuming.
I legit met him at bar wrestling.
I know
met
you
him at
did.
bar wrestling.
You
Took
know
a
how many
picture
people?
with-
You know how many people you told me you met at bar wrestling before they
took
got
a
to
picture with
WWE?
him. Got an autograph. I met.
You met Cody. You met the Bucks. You met fucking.
Yeah. All those guys.
You met Omega. Did you meet Omega?
Tony, met Tony. I have met Kenny Omega. Tony from the Knights of Horror. Sammy from the Knights of Horror. Met those
That guy
guys.
sucked.
Super cool guys.
They both suck.
Super.
Bills.
Yeah, super cool guys. They're both awesome guys. Yeah. I almost met Macaulay Culkin, but he was kind of mean.
I want to meet Kieran before I meet Macaulay.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Well, David Arquette was really cool too.
David
That
Arquette.
guy.
He's a wrestler. You met him at bar wrestling. He's a
I
wrestler.
met him at bar wrestling. Yeah,
Were you there when he got his fucking throat sliced?
I wasn't there.
Damn, that was fucking. You seen that footage? Oh my god, he almost got
No.
killed in the ring. They fucking threw one of those glass tubes over him and it fucking sliced him open. And he had to go backstage just to get checked out by medics. And he was gone for a cool. He was bleeding, like he was gushing blood. They thought he was gonna die because it almost fucking hit his vein. And I was like, "You're a fucking idiot, bro." That's why if you noticed the way he talks in Scream 5, he kind of talks like this a little bit. It's because of the damage that it did to his throat.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Speaking of damage done, when you think about damage done, you can't help but think about the Devil's Rejects and all the damage they've done over the years. The Devil's Rejects
They
is
have done a
really
lot of
good.
damage. Yeah.
The reason why I bring up Devil's Rejects, specifically House of a Thousand Corpses, is Rob Zombie's going to be publishing a House of a Thousand Corpses, making of a cult classic, on September 16th. And this is going to be a 304-page hardcover book that includes a full shooting script, handwritten notes by Zombie, concept sketches, artwork, and much more.
Dang.
Guys, you heard it here first. House of a Thousand Corpses coming to HHN Hollywood 2025.
For the
Welcome
fourth time.
back. Fourth time.
Fourth
Fourth
time's
time's the charm.
You want some more Ryan Coogler news? I didn't get to the Ryan Coogler news. Him and Warner Brothers
Yeah.
are going to be teaming up and doing another project after he's done with Black Panther 3 because he does owe Marvel Studios Black Panther 3. So he's going to do that, and then he's going to come back and do another project. I don't know if it's going to be horror or not, but he's going to do something else for Warner Brothers. So expect more movies on the horizon. But this may tease what he might want to shoot for the stars for in his next feature film, and that could be The X-Files. Recently, they asked Ryan.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, recently they asked him about The X-Files, what he thought about and everything, to do a reboot of The X-Files. And he said, some of those episodes, if we do our jobs right, will be really fucking scary. I'm for it. If Ryan Coogler's on board to do something with The X-Files, I'm for it. I think that branding needs a rebirth.
Yeah, I was just watching an interview with him actually today, and he said that he's doing the X-Files.
Oh, they're gonna do it then.
Yeah, that's what he had said in this. I forgot who I was watching, but he had said like he was talking like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that." Like we are, because they asked him, "What's your next project?" He said the X-Files. When we're doing the X-Files.
That's gonna be sick. Is he gonna do a full show or is he gonna just do a movie?
I don't know. He just said that his next project was gonna be the X-Files.
I wonder if he's gonna get back the original two just for cameos or something, and focus on like a brand new generation of them. You know what I mean?
I think they probably. I mean, I feel like they. I mean, well,
Pass the torch.
as far as the Mulder and you're talking about like Mulder. I think
Yeah.
that's in the
They're still alive.
Mulder and Scully. Yeah. Yeah, they might bring them back just to be like you're saying, pass the torch. But I don't know how much he would be involved, like if it's a TV show, because that would take up a lot of his time. And I know he's got, like you're saying, like he's got Black Panther 3, and
It depends though what it's for. Like if it's for a streaming service, I think he can commit his full attention to it. If it's for network television, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, I think.
Yeah.
Because
he could probably, they probably give him like here's 3 months. because he'll have a script and everything before he does like agree to anything. He's gonna have a script and idea, and
He could
go
also
from
just be a
there.
producer and also like come in and direct and help be part of
Yeah,
writing.
because from what I heard, and I could be wrong, but just with the Sinners and everything, I think he said like they wrote Sinners in like 2 months.
Oh
Damn.
wow.
Yeah,
And that
so
is
it
like a
was
near perfect movie on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
yeah, it was either okay. Hold on, wait, I'm trying to remember. It was either he wrote it or which I highly doubt. I think it's more he wrote it, or they shot it in like 2 months. So I think I know it
Might
was
have
two
wrote it.
months for one or the other. Probably wrote it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
'cause
mean, I'm sure
they would've
he's had
taken
like
Because
a
if
an
you guys
idea
if you guys are explaining to me how wild some of these camera shots are, or some of these scenes are, I can imagine if you're going to perfect a lot of what you see in that film, it's going to take
yeah.
longer than 2 months to do.
Yeah. So it was they wrote it. It took him like 2 months, I think 2.5 months to write it, and then obviously they went into production. But yeah. So I mean, it's
That'd be
really
great.
like anything that guy does from now on, I'm gonna be like he's for me personally, he's on the level of like a Nolan. I'm trying to think who else, what other director that I'm just like, oh, they're doing something. A Tarantino, like he's on that level for me, where it's just like, oh, he's doing something. I gotta watch it, and then especially if Michael B. Jordan's in it,
Yep.
ticket night of.
Yep. Babe, go to Regal.
Babe, go and see Michael B. Jordan.
Oh shit. There it is. There it is.
Bro.
It's gonna be good to see what he does. He's one of those directors that I will keep my eye on. I have a few that a lot of these more movies have been coming out that I want to keep my eye on. Oz Perkins, I love what he does. Monkey was great.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Long
Monkey was
Legs.
so good.
Long Legs is one of my favorite films of 2024. I just thought that how that was shot and Nicolas Cage in that film, incredible. Fede Alvarez, I loved Alien Romulus. Thought that fucking film
Yep.
was terrific. Can't wait to see what he does with the future of the Alien franchise. I know Alien Earth is coming this summer on FX. I don't know if he's involved with that producer or anything, but next chapter in the Alien franchise. Looking forward to that.
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi does. And for example, Jojo Rabbit. That fucking film, both it's so funny, and then that ending is just so heartfelt, like sad. Like it is just such a good film, a great balance of equalness, but it's great. And him playing Hitler is the funniest shit ever. It's great. It was great, dude. Speaking of, oh god,
I was gonna say I'm almost on the level with even I would even throw a Jordan Peele in there as
Ooh.
far as his, he's kind of doing the latter thing where when I see his name's involved in something, then I'm like, oh, okay, let me check that out.
yeah, I agree. All right, we're gonna take one last music break, and then when we return, we're gonna finish up some like the last bit of our news. We only have a few more, and we're coming close to an ending here, so stay tuned. Poem. Welcome back to Nights of Horror Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Let's finish it strong. Finish it just in general. Clanging and banging. Rob's got to get up and clang and bang tomorrow. Sammy's got an early morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sammy's
Gotta go to the dentist.
Dentist.
Oh.
Gotta love dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mortuary Assistant. The iconic viral video game I've seen a lot on TikTok of. I've seen a lot of footage of. The game is, as the title suggests, you're an assistant to a mortuary. And so you're dealing with dead bodies and whatnot. However, what's different about the game is as you investigate said bodies in mortuary, things around you start tripping you out. You start seeing things in hallways. Doors start opening. People just standing in corners looking at you. It is quite disturbing, this game. It is not for the faint of heart. Why am I talking about this game? Well, because this game is now going to be a live action movie. They just confirmed that they have begun filming the film. Will star Willa Holland and Paul Sparks. And don't know when it's going to be coming out, but I am excited for this one. If you guys get a chance, just look up the gameplay alone. Just watching streamers watch it is some of the funniest fucking comedy you'll ever see of how people get scared. I'm thinking maybe I got to take on the challenge pretty soon and play it in the dark.
I think so too. quick question here. 'Cause this you said live action movies, and it reminded me of another movie. Have we heard anything about Until Dawn? I think it comes out this week. I don't know
Tomorrow.
Well, it
Is it
actually
tomorrow?
comes out tonight,
It came out
but
tonight. Yeah.
yeah. But
I'm
I'm
excited
going.
for that.
If Robin doesn't pull rank, I'm going to see it tomorrow.
She doesn't pull rank. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Fight
she
it
doesn't
off.
pull rank. Yeah,
I-
I did,
I-
bro. It's in the calendar, but she was like, "We'll see." So I made sure before I
Oh.
started, I did all the dishes. I did all the
Oh,
put them
good boy.
away. Did all the dishes.
That's what happens
Good
when.
boy.
That's what happens when, she gets
Hey.
you get your camera.
Yeah, gotta.
Just go be a man. That's what
She threw
Matt
that-
said.
She threw that
Matt-
at me the other day. She's like, "I got you that camera."
I
I'm like,
told
"Dang it,
you. I told you.
Oh,
dang it."
Matt
All right.
says, just go be a man.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
shut up, Matt.
Be a man. He's part of the Be a Man Mafia. So,
funny.
Spoken
Yeah,
like
I'm excited for the
spoken
review.
like
then.
someone who's not married.
hey, 50 years of Jaws this year. Can you believe that shit?
Nice.
50 fucking
I
years.
remember when that movie came out. Rob,
Dun,
what were you?
dun.
5 maybe?
Yeah.
10?
Yeah. No,
Five.
it came out in. I think it came out in the 70s, right? No, the 70s.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
it did.
70s.
Yeah. I
Rated
was-
PG.
Yeah. PG.
Isn't that
PG.
nuts? It's rated PG, and there's a topless woman in the
Yep.
beginning, and it's shark
Wait,
killing
really?
people. Yeah, watch the film. The girl's in the fucking in the ocean skinny dipping, and the shark eats her.
It
Oh,
does
wow.
eat her.
Yeah, it's iconic opening. I think
I've heard the
that's-
music from Jaws, but I've never watched Jaws.
Yeah,
You've never seen Jaws?
1975.
No.
Matt says
Yep.
Yeah. So
50 years
it was
later.
like 8
I've
years
seen
ago.
Bruce. I've seen Bruce on the studio tour and at the end of the Dabs. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay. Then I've seen
So
Jaws.
this summer they're doing a couple things for the 50th. They're doing a new documentary about the 50
Okay.
years about the making of
Okay.
Jaws, and they are doing a Jaws in concert screening. So that should be a lot of fun. The music of John Williams. If you guys
Yeah,
don't know, John
yeah.
Williams, legendary composer,
Yeah. Are you
fantastic
gonna conduct the
composer.
band?
I don't think so. Usually with these things, it's usually just whatever orchestra they can get their hands on. Probably the local city orchestras. So it might be something from Los Angeles, probably if it's in LA.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, Philharmonic.
Yeah.
They'll probably be somewhere at like the Hollywood Bowl or something, or the Forum.
I
Yeah.
If
hope
it's at the Hollywood
they.
Bowl, he might do it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sorry.
Very prestigious
Um,
place.
I hope they show it in theaters. Like
I think
so
they
we can go
will.
watch it. Okay, yeah, like IMAX or something. Go big with that thing.
Yeah, first time ever, right? They already have it
Yeah.
on
Might have to
4K,
watch it.
so. Yeah, if I had to suggest, Sammy, that's definitely one you want to watch on the big screen. It's such an iconic film, bro.
Yeah.
Especially that fucking guy at the end. Oh, what? Rob knows. Rob knows. Last thing we're gonna talk about before we log off for tonight. Dead Meat is doing their horror awards this Saturday, and they have the ballot out, so you can kind of do your fan casting right now to see, or you can do your predictions now to see who wins. He's got Best Original Film, which is Heretic. I finally watched that, by the way, very good. I saw The TV Glow, In a Violent Nature, Long Legs, Strange Darling, and The Substance. Best Remake or Sequel, Alien Romulus, The First Omen, Nosferatu, Smile 2, Speak No Evil, Terrifier 3. Best Lead Performance, I'm not going to go through all these. There's just so much. Best Lead Performance, Best Supporting Performance, Best Director, Best Villain, Best Kill, Best Practical Effects, Best Digital Effects, Best Stunts or Choreography, and Best Production Design. Ballot is available on their Twitter page, so if you guys want to go pick that up right now, you guys can, and mark off who you think is going to win the 2025 Dead Meat Awards for the year of 2024 in horror. So thank you, Dead Meat, for doing a horror-themed award show. We appreciate you. Well, gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun. We were here for a good time, not a long time. All good things must come to an end eventually. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Nights of Horror Radio. If you guys did, consider following us here on Twitch, where we go live with Nights of Horror Radio any chance we can, but we also do live streams for games and other live streams as well. Go check out the Howling Hour. Howling Hour has got a new Instagram page. Plug that in.
Oh yeah, that's THH Photographs.
Photographs.
THH Photographs.
THH Photographs. Go check it out.
Yeah.
For all of Rob's photography. Howling Hour will still be posting stuff regularly, but
Yes.
more photo dumps you'll get on that photography page. So go check that out. And Sammy is just doing Sammy things. So
Yeah, way to go, Sammy.
Sammy's losing weight and running marathons is what he's doing.
I don't run marathons.
5Ks.
Don't give me no 5Ks, 10Ks. Don't give me false valor. I'm not a marathon runner. Yeah,
Not yet.
maybe one day.
Not yet.
But if you add up all your 5Ks, then you would have a marathon.
Ooh,
No, I
good
wouldn't
point.
even. I still wouldn't even be close.
I'm gonna do a 5K because of Sammy. I'm gonna do a 5K.
Why don't you do a
Let's do it.
5K with
Disneyland-
Sammy?
It's Disneyland's last 5K for a long time in January, so let's do it.
Wait,
I'm-
next
I'm-
January?
But you actually run. I don't run.
I'll walk with you. I don't care.
I freaking was struggling in Vegas this past weekend. So yeah,
You have 9 months.
What?
7,
Do the
11,
tickets already
9.
went on sale?
They go on sale, I think, next week.
Matt said you
Okay.
can't pay him to do that.
I think I could do it. I think I could do a 5K.
It's in the park
That's why
though,
we're-
isn't it?
It is.
I just gotta get my hoka. I gotta wear my hokas. I'm good to go.
Yes.
They give me a free ticket
Good to
afterwards to
go.
go in.
No, you do not.
That's
You don't.
stupid.
You
You,
get a cool
gotta
medal, though.
pay to run that shit, and you don't even get a free ticket afterwards.
You get a cool medal. You get a cool shirt.
This shirt probably not even gonna fit me.
They got
Guaranteed.
up to double X.
I don't wear a double
I'm-
X.
I'm a triple X.
You're a skinny queen.
Okay. This is a 3X right here. I think a 4X. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys had a great night. Go follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. All of our socials. We love each and every one of you. We'll see you guys right here on Nights of War Radio.
Peace.